As a matter of fact, y'all can have it all. This is for my husband. He's making it rain in this bitch. Oh, yeah. That's for my husband.
Miss Nancy, do you think that this is wise?
Do you think it's wise that would leave me like that?
Okay, Nancy is officially lost it. She's out here buying, what did Dale say? She's out here buying up all the alcohol she can get. She bought me a car. Well, at least it doesn't have to worry about an old pickup truck anymore that breaks down on. Look, Dale, listen to me. You got a brand new car, and it's in your name. Get the heck out of Dodge. This is your chance. Get out of there now. Get out. Leave. Run. 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 Run, Simba. Run. Get out of there. But yeah, Nancy, when this woman came out of that grocery store, hands full of money, handed out $100. Oh, this from my husband. This from my husband. You know what? Take it all. He's making it rain. She just throws the money. People run out and just grab it off the sidewalk. Miss Nancy, do you think this is a good idea? Take me to the bank, Dale. I want to withdraw all the money out of his accounts because he wants to leave me. And I'm thinking, like, what in the world? Look, I know that when it comes to like family court, when it comes to like child support and divorce, men are typically at a disadvantage. But with this unhinged behavior that's been going on, something tells me Nancy probably would lose in divorce court. But then again, if Richard has nothing left, I don't know what can be done. But what makes this just so out of left field that Nancy would act this way is the fact that she's acting like the victim when she was the one who wronged her partner. Seriously, she was the one that cheated on her husband with her father-in-law. And he's just expected to get over it. And don't get me started on Priscilla, because in the promo for next week, Richard's like, me and Nancy are at war. And Priscilla's like, no, you're not. Shut the heck up. After what you and Sam are doing right now, especially on your end, for you to say you're not at war, just get off your high horse. Just no. And what makes this, and look, no shame to the homemaker wives out there. It's like I've heard, several times, like, Jeremy, you're doing well, and I'm not trying to down. You just got a house, you got a decent, career and whatnot, how you, making money and doing your thing online. But keep this in mind. And I'm not this is from a friend who's like not pushing marriage, because I get so annoyed when people are like, man, you need to go out there and find somebody. Yeah, no. But they're like, let me tell you, Jeremy, one day, maybe it will happen, maybe it won't, but you'll see that you'll find a good woman who could turn your house into a home. And that hasn't hit yet, because I haven't met her yet, but I kind of believe it. It's like, I could see it's like a man can have a home and different resources, a house and different resources, but a woman could turn into a home. To some extent, I understand it, but I feel like it's one of those things where I will fully comprehend and believe it if I actually see it. It's just hard and look, I'm not trying to get on the soapbox here, but for my generation, it is kind of difficult to see that being a reality with the divorce rate and all this stuff. But I don't know that's not to say there aren't good women out there for me. And ladies, that doesn't mean there aren't good men out there waiting for you someday. But it's just one of those things where when you look at a homemaker like Nancy, she literally admitted the entire marriage was a facade. What do I mean by this? Their entire marriage was a whole bunch of lies. She told us, like, I felt so guilty about, cheating on you with your daddy that anytime we had sex, I do it however you want it. Every time you got home from work, I made sure the house was clean and you had a hot meal and everything. Basically, she didn't do all these things to be a dutiful wife. She did all these things to ease her own guilt. And of course, the icing on the cake was Picky was not her nephew, aka her sister's son. No, Picky was the child birthed from her affair with Richard's father. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember this right from season 1. Picky was given to Nancy's sister to raise as her own to prevent the affair from being known. Each month, I believe, Nancy would give money to her sister as hush money. I think she told Richard about the money, but no, I don't think she did. Basically, yeah, she would give her money every single month, to, help her out because her sister was like an addict or alcoholic or something. I know her sister wasn't on the up and up. And I remember at one point she threatened to cut her off, and her sister like, Nancy, if you don't give me that money, then I want to tell Richard. And then that's why she told the truth. Because after Richard got shot, remember, this was at the pharmacy. It was a Kareem and Barry, man. It was like Tom and Jerry with those two. It was on site every time they saw each other. They got into a scuffle. Kareem got out a gun, I think. And then the gun went off and shot Richard. Richard was in the hospital. He knows they didn't have insurance or anything. So it's like, I got to get up and go back to work. It's like, baby, you just got shot. You got to take it easy. Because he knew I had to go to work because we don't have insurance. And Nancy said they had no savings. That's because she would take the money and give it to her sister. So this man who bust his hump for years in the military and then working at the White House, all the money he brings in. Nancy doesn't bring in any income. She would go behind his back and give money to her sister to cover up her own affair. All right? So keep that in mind. So when she's like, I'm not leaving. When Rich's like, you're leaving this house. I'm not leaving my house. It ain't your house. And then, of course, from there, she's taking Richard's hard-earned money. And because he wants to leave me, well, I'm taking his money. Wow. Nancy's, I don't know. Part of me wants to feel like when she sobers up, but then again, I don't know. I mean, yeah, she was high when she told Richard about her affair and everything like that, but when she came down, she couldn't believe what she said. But I don't know, I feel like this is just who she really is, and this is wild stuff, man. You got to be careful out there. But yeah, Nancy tripping, and I can see why Richard's going to strangle her ass. I'm not condoning, like I've said, I don't condone domestic violence, but I can see where it's coming from. So, man, like I said, Dale, get up out of there. Like, you need to drop off Nancy, tell Sharon hop in and just get the heck out of Dodge. Well, technically, you ought to just go by yourself because you know how Hunter wants to get Sharon bad, but he's a bit too distracted right now. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on Nancy's behavior in the comment section below. This woman has lost it. And would you have picked up some of that money off the ground and she threw it in the air? Let's be real. Hey, it's like, oh, I could buy me 2 cartons of eggs with this $100 bill. All right. Enough playing around. But yeah, I really want to know what's going to happen with this. And you know what? I'm not even counting on Priscilla to reel her in because she's no better. Remember after she found out about the thing going on between Sam and the First Lady, she took Sam's credit card because Nancy was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for Picky's funeral because Richard rightfully decided I'm not paying for anything. And she's like, I don't know how I'm going to pay. What did she do? She's like, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. Tell me what you want. I'll get it. She used Sam's money to pay for this woman's affair baby's funeral. That's what happened. Now, you could argue that there could be, well, what about that man that was shot when Barry and Richard were fighting over the gun and Sam arranged it where Piggy took the fall for that? So I don't know. It's just weird. The double standard is so weird on this show. All right. Well, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.